how it looks, but the cemetery is as beautiful as what I put there. So it's called Ecclesiastical Garden. What is it? It's a private cemetery owned by Heward Mills. He will say that it's Fanakazo, but he decides on who goes in or who goes out. So back in the day,
I go by the name Flamboyant Lifestyle. If not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. And don't forget to on your notification bell so that anytime I drop a video, you'll be the first person to watch. A man has come out. I don't know whether he's a former member of Lighthouse Chapel, that's Dr. News Church. This man has come out to say so many things about Dr. News. This man has revealed to us that Dr. News, he gets cemetery where if you've been church member, they will bury you over there. This man brought a lot of secrets in this video, and I don't know why this man is now saying this. It's very mind-busting. So without not wasting my time, we will go listen to what this man wants. We will listen.
Okay, praise the Lord. This afternoon, I'm doing my video as I promised about the cemetery on Anakazo campus called the Ecclesiastical Garden. That's an artist's impression of how it looks, but the cemetery is as beautiful as what I put there. So it's called Ecclesiastical Garden. What is it? It's a private cemetery owned by Heward Mills. He will say that it's Fanakazo, but he decides on who goes in or who goes out. So back in the day, I remember that when this cemetery started taking in people, Heward Mills offered my brother and I the opportunity to go and exhume our father from the Mampong Presbyterian Cemetery, because this place is also in Mampong, and come and put him in this dignified place. It's as nice as Gethsemane or Graceland or Lashibi Funeral Home Cemetery. So we felt honored. You know, at that time, I was in there and my faculties were severely hampered. So we went to tell our mom, and she was so upset. How could we even suggest such a thing? First of all, it is a taboo, which amongst many Ghanaian cultures, exhuming of dead bodies. And I want you to put this at the back of your mind, because we are going to be talking about the exhuming of dead bodies. The exhumation of dead bodies is a taboo. It's something which most cultures, and especially even the people of Mampong, they frown upon. So she said she's not even going to approach the family elders about this at all. I just drove us away from her side. I mean, I gave up. My brother pressed a little more, but she stood her grounds. And this is just a spoiler. About the end of the day, she was right. And you will know by the end of this video why she was so right. You know. So my attention came to this cemetery in a certain way when my brother passed away. We assumed that he'll be buried there. He's conducted quite a number of funerals there, because he was the master of ceremonies. That's one of the duties of the Archbishop. And for him, he was lighthouse through and through. So we thought they'll bury him. But then, when E.A.T. Saki and Eddie Adi met with my family head, they told him in no uncertain terms. In fact, they started by rather asking him, where do you intend to bury Kwesi? And he was shocked. And he said, oh, of course, at your cemetery. And he also comes from Mampong and lives just near to the cemetery. You know, you can even hear activities going on anytime they are having a funeral service. So they explained to him that they are shutting down the cemetery. They are asking the relatives of the dead bodies to come for their bodies. And we were all bewildered. I mean, what is this thing they're talking about? So initially I thought that maybe they don't want us to bury Kwesi there because Kwesi wasn't as loyal as they would have wanted him to. They expected Kwesi to cut me off, which he didn't, and they could see, so disloyal people don't stay in that place, that cemetery. So I thought that's why they were cutting him off from there. But then, a day or two later, I heard that the relatives of Alex and Kama have been asked to come for their dead body, come and exhume him. The relatives of Lady Pastor Mariam had been informed, and also the relatives of Dr. Brown, the beloved Dr. Brown. He was a royal from Labadi. His family people wanted to bury him in the Royal Mausoleum, but Dr. Brown left a video similar to this video that I'm doing, in which he told everybody watching that when he dies, please, he said, I want my body given to Heward Mills to do what he sees fit. So at the time of his funeral, what was deemed fit was that he'll be buried at the Ecclesiastical Garden, Amampo, and the castle. And that was, I think, in 2018 or so, about 7 years ago. So that's what was done. He was buried there, So they had all been called to come for their dead bodies and go and bury them, And for the first time, I heard a certain word, re-entombment. Re-entombment. I never heard that word before. That was the invitation I got from Dr. Brown's brother for the reburial. They called it re-entombment at the Labadi Royal Cemetery. But that Wednesday, 23rd of July, 2025, I couldn't make it. I had a very important appointment with one dear friend of mine. So I couldn't, but I really wanted to be there. I couldn't believe what was happening. It was not being done at the expense of the church. It was being done at the expense of the families. Alex's brother told them plainly that he needs a letter, because he doesn't know how to go around with the remains of his brother and explaining to people how come he's in possession of it, and all that. I remember I tried to make a hue and cry over it at that time, and his wife came swiping at me, and I said, wow, why is she upset with me and not upset with the person who is desecrating the resting place of her brother-in-law? And the funny thing is that her sister is the one who has been given the unpleasant duty of contacting people and overseeing this whole process. As at that time, I knew that quite a number of people have been buried there, but I didn't know the exact number. So what I did was that I reported them to the police. I called the police hotline, and truly they sent people to there. And when they went there, they requested to see the place, that they've heard that they are tampering with graves. So they met the chief administrator, and they also met Dr. Kuma, who both told them that nothing like that is going on. So they took them there. They saw the place, they took pictures. There was no grave disturbed. But what they didn't tell the police was that they'd already made phone calls to people, and the people were arranging to come for the bodies. So when Dr. Brown's brother told me about it, I asked him if they had a permit, and he said, oh yes. So I think I saw a copy of that permit. It means that the chief administrator did a due diligence, because she knew that somebody was watching and reporting. In fact, they asked the police that who reported them, and the police said that they just got instructions from headquarters. Today, I just want you to know that I was the one. I asked them to come and check it out, So, contrary to what they told the police, they followed through, and quite a number of people have left their resting place. I know Marianne is out. I know Dr. Brown is out. I know this big lawyer is out. That's the one I heard in November. I heard as of November they were still exhuming, and for that guy to be out, that means everybody's out. I'm sure Kobote Doku might be out. I don't know who they've left in there, but the ecclesiastical garden, not the cemetery of Anakazo, is actually being repurposed. So why am I doing this video? I'm doing this video because we need to ask a simple question. You know, that who repurposes a cemetery? Who decides, goes for a permit that this place is a burial ground? And we don't have any major highway coming through that place to say that the government is even acquiring a place. Of your own private power, you decide that nobody should be here anymore. You know, this moving of bodies around has been going on for some time. I remember the late Mrs. Saki. She was buried in Winneba. Then later they moved her body from Winneba to Mampong. When they brought her to Mampong, initially they buried her near the bishop's residence. Then after a while, they decided to make a golf course there. So they moved her body again from there. Those days, I knew that anytime there was this kind of movement, it was very hard for her husband. Emotionally, it was not easy for him. But always the decision is taken above his head and the body is moved. Then the ecclesiastical garden was then formed, made the place beautiful. We thank God for Anakazo students who planted the grass and trimmed the place and made the place look nice. And they moved her body there. While she was there, it got to a point they decided that more people should be allowed into the place. So there should be a section for the main guys who started the church. So they also moved her there. Are you counting with me the number of times the movement is going on? Then now it is alleged. This one there, please, I beg you. It is alleged, yes, that her body is no longer there. It's back in Winneba. Why? Because one of her sons have been excommunicated from the church. And it's a persona non grata, just like me, on any of their church premises. So he cannot come and visit the mother's grave. So finally, she's back, I think, in Winneba. It is alleged, please. I beg you. If it's not true, then I'm sorry. You know. So, why am I talking about this? Because how can one man decide to do this great taboo thing and move dead bodies around? I know what it means to have closure after a funeral. You don't even want to be talking so much about the funeral anymore. How much more you bury somebody after 2, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? In the case of Dr. Brown, after 7 years, then the family is called. Hello. Yes, please. We are calling from Anakazo. We are repurposing the cemetery, and as such, we want to ask that we relocate all the dead bodies. So please, you are registered here as being the relative of so and so who has been here. I want you to make arrangements to come and dig him or her out and send the person to their resting place. Wow. What a wow. What will make one do this? Dad, can you please tell us what you want to do there? Do you want to build a hospital there? Do you want to build a chapel there? What do you want to do over this place where all these dead bodies were resting in peace? Do you want to erect an altar there to your most high God? Is that what you want to do there? Why? You want to expand the cemetery? Is the place too small? Can we not have 2 cemeteries on that huge plot of land? Can't you leave this one first cemetery? It's full. Leave them in peace. But you and I know that place was not full. It's not full at all. You know, so I just can't understand it. It beats.
We have to be very careful if we are Christians. Some churches out there are in occult things. They do rituals. And we have to be very careful about the way we accept things as Christians just like that. Sometimes if you dey, all you have to do say if you go read the Bible, make you understand what the Bible they want me to understand. Because a lot of people dey there where the Bible stuff they not open am. But Sunday then just go church, go listen to what the pastor they talk. A lot of people out there don't do analysis within their own self. They don't read the Bible for them to understand. Among kind Bible new idea Bible new, and it's very mind busting. Look at the way this man was trying to let us understand in the video we just watched that the woman was being buried in Winnipeg. The woman was brought to the residence site. The woman was taken to the cemetery. After that, the woman was taken back. Bro, before be careful out there. The churches where them dey, a lot of people get things where them put for the church under. So if you just dey there where you know go shine your eye, things will pass your under, and you regret that you've passed through all those things. More could be very careful. That one knows if you highly respectable man, but things dey there. A lot of people come they sabotage, a lot of people come they talk plenty things where they want to talk. But right now, it has been revealed. You go feel also share your comment for the comment section under. Anything that you really want to say, please feel free and say it. And make you not forget, I beg, subscribe to this channel so that anytime I drop a video, you'll be the first person to watch. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you another time.